Okay, we are back. So let's do a couple of hours. Yep. Let's work a little bit on the environment. Yeah. I realized that this tortoise has moss on top. I'm gonna change that for sand. Makes more sense. Okay, so really like the desert, but it's time to work a little bit on the other parts. So let's work on the swamp environment. And we need to do something with the jungle. It's just too much, too dense. Maybe if I grab the PCG graph, make it bigger, so the density is gonna be smaller. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe let's drop that point somewhere around here. That'll be very cool. Okay, and then maybe it has some options inside the blueprint. Yep, we got densities, clearing densities, biome, a scan density. Nice. So we do have densities. We can make it a little less dense. So let's see what we can come up with here. I want to play some sci-fi buildings. Yay. Yeah, I kind of want to do some Substance Painter. Want to do some custom textures and do some kit bashing. Wanna make a very cool mech. Hey, how's it going? Let's spawn the jungle and see what we get. Hopefully we get less density. I think we're gonna get less density. If not, we will need to modify a little bit the options. Let's see. Okay, maybe it is the same density. Let's see what we're gonna get. It seems a little less dense. It makes sense since the, yep, it feels way less dense. That's way better, because the PCG spline was too small. Yeah, that's less dense. I think we can work with this. I think maybe having different splines for each area, that might be even better. So if we are very far away from one area, it's not gonna get loaded. It's gonna get loaded based on, well, I need to activate the swamp data layer first to be actually able to see it. I keep forgetting that all the time. And I want to play some sci-fi buildings and start thinking about how the swamp environment is gonna look like. Still takes a long time to play. Yeah, probably smaller splines will be better. I think so. That might increase performance. Because the density I had before was a little bit too much. Maybe some areas can be very dense, some others can be like more open like this. Really need to play with that. Oh yeah, it's for this area. Oh, I kinda like what I had before, which was like super dense. Yeah, this is very little for a swamp. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I want more density of trees for sure. Yeah, the density I had before seems nice. Maybe a little bit less, but before, like, it was just like too much. Like you can get lost like easily because you were not able to see like maybe 30 meters away, maybe 40 meters away. You were not able to see. And we do want to have some space for these characters to, these creatures to hide. But that's okay. Let's focus on the other aspects for now, which are the buildings. Hey, how's it going? So, yeah, let's hide this for now. And I want to play some sci-fi buildings. I want to see where can we place them. I have two very nice sci-fi buildings. There's modular sci-fi, blueprints, decal projectors, plane tube. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, these are the individual pieces. Do we have prefabs here? Preview scene indoor landscape preview. Let's see if they got some stuff already built. I believe they do. I want to make like little sci-fi camps in the swamp. Make it very populated with the jungle and get some rain and fog. Let's see if we can get that hopefully in the next hour. My dog wants to get out of the... Alright, let's see what we get here. Pum pum pum. Okay, nice. Yeah, we got some buildings. That's very cool. Okay, let's see. Are these prefabs? No, but we will make them prefabs, no problem. No problem. Let's make them level instances. Okay, first I'm gonna get rid of the fog. Nice. Now we can see some cool water. We got some cool water going on. Some interesting rocks and some very shiny. I think there's something wrong with this material. Anyways, yep. Let's make this a prefab. So I'm gonna basically hide the water and these particles, hide the water, hide the landscape. Okay, nice. Now we can start working with this. Okay, what do we have here in the distance? More rocks. Kind of interesting rocks. The tiling is a little bit too repetitive, but we got better materials for that. Yeah, let's make little level instances and then we can further refine them a little bit. So I'm just gonna go to top view F to focus, hide the sky box, I mean the sky sphere, and let's make this into a prefab. So this is some kind of road. I don't think we need that, but yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's go wireframe, bloop, and bloop, bloop, bloop. Then I'm gonna get all of it like this. I see there's some groups in here, so it's okay. Let me see if I can get this as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna right click on it and create level instance. The pivot point is gonna go to the center bottom of the center bottom, and this is gonna be named li from level instance modular sci-fi prefab 1, something like that. Let's copy this name and we can keep on creating these level instances. Then we can drop this in the main level super easily and then modify it as we like. So let's find some other buildings and keep on making this so we can bring that to the main level. So let's find other interesting buildings. Can I zoom with C? Not on top view. Okay. Let's create another prefab, maybe. Well, we don't have that much actually. Let's hide all the things that we don't need. Okay, and I'm gonna make probably we don't need those rocks or these rocks. No, we don't need that. Let me see. How can I break this a little bit? Let's probably hide. We can probably hide this. And I'm gonna make a prefab from the rest. Okay, this could be a prefab. Probably don't need this little piece right here, or this right here. Yeah, this could be a nice prefab. Let's go level, create level instance. Let's name it number 2. Save. It's gonna group it into its own level, so we can easily move this to another level and keep modifying from there. So let's Control H to unhide everything. Then we can easily just hide that piece. Also hide this piece and this and this. And I forgot about the fog. Let's unhide that and that. We don't need this, this. Okay, and you know, should I? You know what? I think I'm gonna just make 2 more. Whatever. I'm gonna make big pieces and then we can modify them. Yeah, no need to break it so much. So let's grab this. Oops, I don't wanna move it. So it doesn't wanna. This is what I want. Right click, level, create level instance, plup, plup, number 3. And then we will make 1 more and we can bring that to the main level. Boom, 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 boom. That's nice. Control H. And then let's get that fog out and plup, plup, plup. And then we can get this one out. Okay, let's hide this and this and this and this. Okay, let me see. Is there anything else here? Grouped? I don't think so. You know what? Let's just make this big chunk another level instance. Level, create level instance, and this is gonna be number 4. I forgot what number it is, so no problem. Just gonna look for it and see how many we have. It's gonna be number 4. Just double check so I don't rename the one I had. So cool, nice. Beautiful, that was quick. Nice. Super sweet. Okay, Control H. And we probably don't need this anymore. We got it. That fog is a little bit heavy. Cool. Nice. So we can go back. And let's see what else we got, because I know I have another super cool. Oh, there's the interior ones. Sci-fi engineer. What are these? I totally forgot what these are. I'm looking for one that has like doors that open up and stuff. I think this is it, yeah. Super awesome. This is super awesome. So example dynamic, dynamic 2, blue, white, stationary 2. I think I'm gonna go with this. Hey, how's it going? Let's go with this one. I used this one like 2 years ago for a project. Yes, this is perfect. I love this one. Yay. So whoop, let's see. It does have some exteriors, no problem. We're gonna make it look nice. So that's kind of cool. Let's make this whole thing into a level instance. Maybe the post process we cannot really get. So let's go wireframe top, and then I think there's no environment light in here. That's super awesome, even better for me. So let's just grab this and let's go right click, level, create level instance, boom. And this is gonna be I don't know how to call this, but let's just call it number 5. No, we need to change the name so I don't get confused. Let's call it just sci-fi prefab number 1. Something more descriptive. I mean, let's call it dynamic because it has dynamic doors. Yeah, let's just go dynamic. That way I know where it came from. Dynamic sci-fi prefab 01. Bloop. And then we're gonna get the other one and we're ready to go back to the main level. Cool. One more. Perfect. Let's check. Let's save and check number 2. What do we have here? Number 2 is a little smaller. It's just kind of like a corridor. Kind of cool. Not much difference here. Let's make it a level instance super quickly by going to top, select everything, right click, level, create level instance. Okay, and we're gonna make it number 2. And this is not gonna be named modular, it's gonna be named dynamic. Number 2. And I think that's it. We can take this into Substance and really give it some interesting look. So we have dynamic blue, dynamic white. Well, let's just check those very quickly. What is this? Oh, okay. It's just the lighting, or what it is? It's a different construction. Well, I like this. Wait, let's select everything through the wireframe. Yep, just to make sure that we got everything. Sometimes it does not select everything, but hopefully we get everything. This is gonna be dynamic 03 and copy, just so I can paste it for the number 4. I should have named it blue just to be more specific and copied the level actual name. We can change the name actually, no problem. That'll be probably the best. Let's do it one more time. And then we will place this in the jungle environment and make it rainy and super cool. Let's see, dynamic white, which is another construction, probably the same. It's just the lighting that changed. Yep, white interior lighting. And it's okay. Let's make it a level instance as well. Since we are doing this, let's get all the levels. So blip. And also let's just add the little dynamic sci-fi, dynamic white, sci-fi prefab, and then we'll add the blue name as well. Okay, nice. And then we can add this to the main level. Okay, nice. Perfect. Let me search for the thing. Let's rename this to be dynamic blue. Boom, boom, boom. Super nice. Now I can go back and open the main level, which is level let me put some little color here. This is the level. Hopefully it's gonna be a quick load. There's not much loaded for now. And we can start dropping everything. Yay. Yay, that will be awesome. Then we will get some RVT blending so it looks mossy and kind of like very integrated in the environment. Yay. Also the rocks will need some work. Right now I'm kind of like dropping everything I needed for the level, and then we can start blending and making it look nice. And once I'm very happy with the placement, then we can like start detailing a little bit the secondary level of detail, and then finally we can get into the little things. Okay. World reference actors with data layers. We are having some data layer problems. Nothing too serious. Okay, bloop, bloop. Okay, we're back. Boom, the desert is unloaded because if not my computer explodes. So yep, let's hide this BCG graph for now and let's start placing stuff. So content, let's find the dynamic prefabs. So we have 1 and 2. Let's just drop it into the environment. 1 and 2. Bloop. And then we're gonna look for this naming is not very helpful, so I'm just gonna search for blue, and then I'm gonna search for the white one, which just refers to the light. The blue one is kinda cool. Okay, drop it. I think I missed the blue one. Nice. Then we're gonna get the modular sci-fi prefabs. Let's take these numbers out, and I'm just gonna drop number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Whoa, that's a little bit too many rocks. Number 4. Okay, cool. So let's see. This pivot point is a little bit off, and it has some particles. Okay, so let's just place them a little bit. We have two styles of very high-tech sci-fi here, so might not look very nice if we put them together. So I'm kind of want to like make them little bases scattered around the hazardous. That's not how you pronounce it, but very dangerous swamp environment. Yeah, I really want to make him like scattered around. And this could be underground. That way I don't need to work on the exteriors. Makes a lot of sense to make this underground. For now I want to have them a little bit close so I can see what's going on. Okay, let's drop them. Oh, okay, it's not gonna allow me to drop them. Where's the entrance? Are you serious? Like, I remember there was an entrance. Oh, these are meant to be closed? Okay. Okay, anyways, we will modify that. Yeah, they don't have an exit door. Yeah, I totally forgot about this. We're gonna make it, no problem. All these pieces are very nice. We can modify them. Yep, these are meant to be interiors only, but no problem. I remember using these for another project where I actually made a functional, made a functional entrance to it. It was, oh, there you go, perfect. This one does come with that. Perfect. So this one. Little base. These come with no interiors, I believe. It has a little interior. Yeah, these ones are very, very good. I need to check the interior ones. For now, let's just place them like that, and let's find the other ones. Okay. We can probably modify the landscape to make them fit a little better. Are these just rocks? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Kinda cool. Okay, nice. What do we have there? More rocks. I don't think this is... It might be a little twisted. It is. That's very cool. Very cool interiors, yeah. Forgot about these ones. These are very good assets. They do have a lot of materials and a lot of opacity layers, which is not so sweet for performance, but maybe we can make it work. Is it me or is it crooked? I believe I just need to work on the landscape a little bit because this was placed on a very uneven ground. Then we can keep on cleaning up. This does look like some space buildings. Nice. That's some Star Wars looking stuff right there. It looks like a ship almost. That's some very cool stuff. Okay, nice. Before testing, let's give it a little try. What happens if I go to landscape and just kind of like give it a little bit of soil so it does not feel like it's actually just kind of like floating around. Let me find that sweet spot right there. Up. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around this height. Okay. Anyways, a little better. Landscape. The problem with doing this is that then I cannot really move them that much, but it's just to walk around and see how it looks. Because I cannot really test this with the character if I cannot really walk around. So let's just give it a quick kind of. Oh, it's very high up. A little bit higher up, kind of like this. A little tiny bit. Wow, this ground is super uneven. It came from some... nope. Nope. This one. Sculpt up. Kinda something around those lines. I don't care about those floating cables. Well, I do care a little bit, because then we cannot walk around. What do we have here? Like there. But anyway, it's not gonna get it perfect. Kinda cool, flatten from here. This, I should be using landscape patches for this. This is the Sci-Fi modular pack. Most of these assets Unreal Engine gave them away, maybe months ago. I've been collecting assets for a long time. This one is super awesome. It's okay, I think I'm gonna just, it's a little bit more like this. Yeah, for this kind of job, like for this kind of thing that I'm doing right now, I think the best solution is landscape patches. It's like a little thing that modifies the landscape. You put it underneath your buildings, and you don't need to be just kind of like doing this every time. You can just move it and it will modify the landscape for you. So you don't need to do this like every time you want to move your buildings. Sculpting is cool because, you know, it gives you a different result every time, but it just takes a lot of time to do it. So let me just get this other one right here, and I will see. Hey, Bella. Okay. Let me get the landscape. My dog just came into the room. Just enough so I can walk around. I wanna test it. See how it feels with the proportions and like how it looks with the environment and stuff. Because these are too spacey. Like it feels like we are in like some rocky planet, something like Mars or something. So I'm not sure how this is gonna play out in a swamp environment. Oh, I went too hard with this one. Little less, just a little more, like kind of cool. Then we can probably push it a little bit more with a flatten brush, something like that. Make a little sculpt, just a couple clicks, flatten roop, then smooth a little. Up. It's okay. We're gonna get some floating stuff. No problem. I can always just edit the level instance and adjust it to my liking, but I'm testing to see if it actually works well with this environment or not. Then we can just use some erosion. So it feels a little bit more natural, like sculpt, maybe smooth a little. That's kind of cool. Good enough. Not gonna spend too much time on this one. And let's bring back the. Oof, my leg went numb. Oh Jesus, I need to get a higher chair. I'm too tall for this chair, and it's a big chair. Probably need to get a platform so my legs are a little bit lower than the seating area. So Control H to bring the PCG, and then kinda I would like to get the excluder. So G, I want this blueprint. Oh my leg, Jesus. I need to get the excluder right there. Okay, bloop. And I need to damn it. I need to copy this one over here and kind of exclude a little bit of this stuff, which the density is not so much. Actually kind of looks nice with this, but I want to make it more dense, a little bit more dense. Let's kind of like get the excluder. Let's try something different actually. What if I actually come on, select it from the center. Okay, sometimes it doesn't want to collaborate. Where's my excluder? Okay. So this is gonna cut out the PCG that I got in there, but I wanna make it just very specific to the areas I want to. So I'm gonna place a little one here, even smaller, because I'm trying to make a very dense. Control C, Control V. Okay, there you go. Okay, cool. And I want to make it super small. Maybe like this. Why is it not showing the... It's underground, okay. Okay, on this one, just gonna go for this little area. Just this little area, and maybe just this little area here. Okay, everything else I want to have a bunch of foliage. Okay, let's push this. These ones I'm gonna test them, but I think I'm gonna have them underground. And this looks pretty boring. Let's place it differently. Higher up. There you go. The excluder somewhere here. Landscape sculpt. Just enough so I can walk around. Oh, that's good enough. Kinda cool. Little terrace. Erosion. That's it.
What game is this?
This is called Skywars. I'm using a survival RPG template. So I'm making a game where you can like play with other two people, just do some quests, kill some enemies. Kind of like wanna make something to play with my cousin. So let's see how it goes. Nice. So
I thought it's Space Wars.
no, it's Sci Wars from Sci-Fi. Hey Sherry. So let's get back to the bloop. This PCG graph. I wanna deal with this a little bit differently. Let's clean it up. So no more forest. Let's get this thing. Let's get this spline point and delete it, and then get this spline point and delete it, and let's make it very dense here. I want a very dense area. In the center.
Vault ID 480 for Steam multiplayer testing. Space Wars.
The Space War server, oh yeah.
The most pirated game on Steam. Laughing face.
It's Pirate Wars. Okay, let's get it here. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now let me copy this thing. Bloop. Can you select the spline center? Anyways, let's just copy this and move it. So we're gonna make another jungle around here. Trying to keep these little things separate. One more maybe around there. We don't really want these to overlap because we will get a lot of density and we don't really want that. Something like that. Cool. Let's get another one for this other area. I want to select the thing, not this. I forgot how to change the selection on splines. Anyways, yep, I want this one to be over. Nope, just this one. Did I duplicated the spline inside the thing? Yes, I did. Yeah, I had this issue before. Well, anyways, let's just copy that one, bring it over here. Let's put it here, and for this one, I will just go like outliner, details, spline 1, delete. There you go. Cool. So for this one, okay, we have this covered and that covered, and now we can go into generate. So let's get this one, details, generate jungle, and we need to generate another one. This is gonna be a lot of stuff, maybe, I'm not sure, but if it's gonna, it did it just for that area. Spline 1. Okay, let's generate. Okay, I guess I messed up. Let's test this piece for now, and then we will figure out the splines, because it's I messed it up a little bit. I guess I'm just gonna drop it from the content browser instead of like duplicating stuff from the viewport. I think it's gonna be way cleaner. Let's go mini controls, thunderstorm. Oh, very hard to see where the heck am I going. Oh, there you go. Okay, this is the first settlement. Density is not as dense as I would like, so we will make the spline a little smaller. We can also play with the density controls in the blueprint. But I'm a fan of having separate splines so we can control different areas. So we can have more trees of one kind in this area, more trees of that other kind in that other area, different densities and stuff like that. And this looks crazy. Oh yeah. Just need to get Yoda in here and it's gonna be complete. Damn, these are beautiful buildings. Open up. We can make it open up. And the rocks actually are very cool. Yeah, I like the rocks a lot. You're gonna get some moss on top of them. Oh, my mantling, gonna get it fixed. Yeah. I was trying to make a mantle on top of everything and big mistake. Just big mistake. Oh yeah, I love that stuff. You see how it grows around, well, kind of grows around the thing. Really like that stuff. I'm gonna place more of those manually and get that very nice feeling of being surrounded by trees and big roots. And let's check this other one. Yeah, density is not so sweet. Let's actually change that thing, which is gonna be oops. Yeah, let's just delete that stuff. Why is it so foggy? What happened? Is the fog coming from one of these assets? Yes, it is. So we're gonna clean that up. Okay. Again, Control H, and what I want is to get the PCG sci-fi jungle blueprints, environment, splines. Nope, it was PCG blueprints, excluder, jungle, floating, mountain covering, jungle nature, rocks, road, nature. Okay, so let's get it here. Bloop. G, nice. Let's make it big. Whoop. Yep, just one there. I found another one here. Let me check this one. That one? Nope, we don't want that one. Yeah, let's get the one straight from the content browser. Yep, this one I don't want. Way easier and faster. Instead of duplicating and doing stuff, just drop it. We're gonna go a little bit more dense. Up. Up. Jesus, get it from the center. There you go. Okay. Here, and we're gonna get another one. Right there. This is gonna be ultra dense jungle right here. My computer is gonna like really suffer. Let's see if we can he can take it. The smaller you go, the more dense it is. And your density settings are based on, are relative to the size of the spline. Oof, again, don't duplicate. What? Oops, I messed up. Let's keep it a little bit more dense. And let's get another one. No, it's okay. Let's just leave it like this for now. Also, I believe this one, probably we don't need that one here. Okay, now I just want to fix this fog, which comes from this one, or maybe this one, or this one. There you go, that's the one. This is the one who has some issues. Level edit. And let's see what is causing this thing. Exponential height fog, no. What else we got here? Let's just look for it. I just want geometry and lights, nothing else. Some particles, decals, that's good enough. Nice, we don't have that crazy height fog. Sweet, so now that we got all this, we're gonna look for this jungle thing on the detail, outliner, whoop. And here we're gonna start generating. Jungle number 1. Spline number 1. Oof, that's a lot of density. Damn. Oof. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is, I think it's very nice. That's the density I want. You know, areas a little bit more open, and then areas that is just super dense. You can get lost easily here. Perfect. Really like this. Okay. Excluder. I think I went too big with the excluder. Let's make it smaller so the trees actually get way closer to the structure. Let's generate. This is a super small spline. Hopefully it generates a little quicker. Nice, we get trees a little closer, a little bit more dense. That's kind of cool. Then we can manually add the super cool roots and stuff. So yep, let's continue with this one. Where's my excluder? I know I have an excluder somewhere. Maybe not for this one. That's why it had some roots on top. I thought I had some excluders. It's okay, whatever. Let's just test it without it. Pollinator 1 to generate. Pollinator 3. Pollinator, PCG nature. You see, like, smaller splines are nicer to control. Gives you more control over the thing. Okay, number 3. Number 3. Poof. That was like poof. Number 4. That's a nice density. I do like this. And having smaller splines means that I can unload the other ones that I'm not looking at. So it's might be even more performant. Generate. Nice, it's going way faster. Very good. Great. One more, number 6. Number 6. And let's activate the Gaia building so we can get a better idea of how the swamp is gonna look like. That's awesome. I like this. You see like patches where you have a lot of density, patches where there's none. I'm gonna play with this a little bit more, obviously. Really love these super big trunks, these big roots there. Okay, yeah, there's some areas that are gonna be less dense. This is just black and white, but we're gonna make it very interesting. This actually looks way more natural, like an actual forest does. It's all about those kind of like patches and little groups of vegetation. Gaia, let's turn this on just to have it visible but not activated during playtime. Nice. So we have these buildings here. Oh, yeah, this is my little swamp town. Definitely the materials do not match these little bird houses here. Not very cool. Gonna modify this a lot. I wanted the wood to look like this, mossy as well. This orangey thing, I'm starting to have my doubts. I think I'm gonna make it darker soil. Not very dark, but an in between this brown and this orange, somewhere in between. I'm gonna change the wood of this because there's no bamboo growing in this forest, so I don't know where the heck they got this material from, but I'm gonna make it actually look like this wood that comes from actually these trees. That makes sense. It's kind of cool, like thinking about these things, like how they build this stuff. What does the animals in this forest eat, and what's the food chain, and like really thinking about the biome, how to make it work. And we got some floating stuff because I modified the landscape. Can't wait to get like the vertex blending and everything. I mean the virtual blending, so we can blend stuff super nicely with all the assets and make them feel part of the environment. Okay, I think we are pretty good. Wow, nice. Okay, let's make it rainy. I know I'm running out of video memory. I can always push it up, but really trying to use that as a ceiling, like, oh, I'm going too hard, so let's try to optimize. In this case, I'm gonna just hide the Gaia buildings and this jungle stuff. I guess I will need to definitely work on it, find ways to optimize this. Okay, cool. Oh, that looks amazing. These silhouettes Looks like some kind of crazy squid creature. Okay. Oof. Okay, we exhausted the video memory. Oh, nice! Look at these two trees. They created an arch. That's a cool placement of these trees. It made a whole different thing. Very happy mistake right here. I think I'm gonna use this more often. Yeah, let's walk around a little bit and see how it feels. Yeah, this jungle is gonna be very chaotic. I want a lot of these big trunks on top of the player. I want a lot of water areas as well where you need to swim and go underneath, and I need to go find some good reference and see if I get inspired to do something interesting. I need to go look the swamp from Avatar, the Airbender, and I need to go look of the Star Wars swamps, the Yoda swamp and stuff like that. Oh crap! Okay, oops. This looks very interesting. Do we have a way out? Yes, nice. Yeah, I want caves. I want caves like this, like not totally closed, but enclosed. This is actually very interesting. I do like this little thing like there. We need to get more of this. That looks interesting. Everything that goes over the top, over the head of the character, makes it just look way more interesting, way more immersive than just having like flat areas. I mean, I just got lost in here. Like, I don't know where the heck am I in that map. No clue. Like, I know there's one of those sci-fi buildings nearby, but that's all I know. Like, I want. I need to think about this, like, cause I mean, if I make it too hard for the player to get around the swamp, it's gonna be annoying. Getting lost is annoying in video games. You don't really want to get lost, but also you don't want to make it too obvious, like too obvious. So I need to leave little assets like this, where the player will be like, I kind of know where we are, and kind of guide himself, because I do have a minimap, but it would be awesome if the minimap gets kind of like glitchy in areas, like very dense areas like this. Okay, this tree is just chilling right there. That's why we got the excluder. Oh, is this respecting? Oh, it's so nice. The sound from the thunderstorm stops. But when you get out, oof, you get the rain and the thunderstorm. That's super awesome. Yeah, I want the weather to change a lot, and I want to link the wind to the foliage and the weather, which is definitely not hard at all. And I really like these rocks. Actually, I'm liking these rocks a lot. Oh, don't. Yeah, my parkour system, it's messed up. Yeah. Oh, that platform looks super beautiful under this weather. Wow, that's super awesome. Damn, I really like it. Oh, this grill looks amazing. It's not glitching. Usually when you have this kind of like grills, it starts glitching. I love this super high tech. Awesome. You see these things where you can walk underneath? These frogs are amazing. I think I'm gonna like use them all over the place. Wow. I love how I changed the colors of the jungle because they were like super saturated and emissive and a little bit fantasy like. Oh, look at that. It looks super nice. Like, what's in there? And then when I start adding the creatures in here and you don't know who is gonna like, who's lurking behind you and stuff, because I got a raptor creature, like sci-fi raptor, some very scary creatures. I got well, I don't want to make it too scary, but it's kind of creepy, especially with this kind of like environment. Oh wow, this is super dope. Damn, look at these textures. This asset pack is it's very killer. Like, damn, just looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm gonna talk some shit right now, but this looks AAA. Like, it feels like I'm walking in a Warhammer 40k level. I mean, not like that. I think Warhammer 40k is like just another level of like, yeah, it's they're on another level, but it does give me that vibe. I can easily imagine like a space marine walking around here. It does match their universe a little bit. The cool thing about this, about my project, is that I don't wanna, you know, talk upfront and stuff like, but I do wanna make it traversable, meaning that you can walk everywhere, you can climb anywhere, you can swim, dive everywhere. Like, you can, like, if you see a piece of geometry, you can get on top of it. Like, I want everything to be traversable. That's something I really I think it's very cool. Oh, this looks kind of crazy. It does. Wow, this looks a little bit crazy. I do like this. These are like small research facilities or something. Like, maybe I can have some very crazy specimens, like some crazy creatures inside like jars and like bubbling tubes, and I really like that vibe. Oh, the hair of this character looks terrible. Well, hair cards. What do you expect? Definitely not gonna use hair strands because I just don't wanna kill my PC, and I'm trying to learn some optimization and make this somehow. Oh, this looks crazy. It does feel like it's like a vendor shop, like somebody's gonna like sell me like some street food or something. That's funny. These are I'm most likely gonna use this underground, but I need to think about it. Maybe I can make the exteriors of it. It's gonna take some work to do the exteriors and for it to match properly and stuff. But damn, I really am really liking this stuff. Can really walk in here for a long time. And I would love to have procedurally made dungeons, meaning that you go into a cave and it just generates different combinations. So every time it's gonna be different. It's gonna be some procedural slop, you know, like it gets tiring, it gets repetitive, but it's kind of cool to always get something different. That'll be very interesting. Have like a maybe one cave in the desert area and one cave in the swamp area, and those are going to be the dungeons of this game. Have maybe one boss fight, a couple of missions. Your ship got stranded. The Java came and stole your components. You need to find these 3 components to rebuild your ship, and you came here to save a scientist who got kidnapped or something. And yeah, I would love to make it so there's one DPS, like range DPS shooter. I really love this water. Then you get the tank, and then you get the healer. Just three characters, no more. It's gonna be co-op, basically. I'm not sure if this is possible with this template. I need to ask the developer, but I want to make it so if people want to play separately, they can play separately, but whenever they need to do a dungeon or a boss, I think I might have only one boss fight, because boss fights are a lot of work. Yeah, if you want to make it cool, right? Yeah, maybe 3 boss fights, 1 for each piece. Yeah, I'm just overscoping a little bit too much, but at least 1 boss fight and interesting quests. That'll be very nice. Oh, nice! We got to the town. I need to load the town. I wanna see if I can find the catfish. I got some catfish model. It's not a catfish. It's a prehistoric fish. It's some cool stuff. I got some bugs in here, some creatures I wanna go check. And also I kind of like the creature collector kind of thing. Like, imagine like scanning this plant and this plant and this plant and learning about the lore. What is this plant? How is it called? What animals eat it? And kind of like collecting like a Pokédex kind of thing of each individual asset. So you're actually giving meaning to each asset. It's just not another plant, but actually this mushroom can be collected, and you can make some potions out of it and stuff like that. Because all of these systems are included in the RPG engine, so it just like really, I just really need to use the assets I got and actually give them a proper meaning. So I believe that's gonna be very interesting. Again, a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work, but then it becomes like everything makes sense and everything's part of the universe. It's just not another asset thrown in there. It actually has some meaning in the universe. Okay, I found the cocoons and the butterflies. Well, these I call Oh, I love these butterflies. They are like a wasp slash butterfly because they do have a stinger. Oh, the PCG regenerated differently. No, I had this thing going on top of them. It was super awesome. It's no problem. We can always bake the PCG. You see, I had these cocoons. I really want to have these cocoons be attached to a silk, and I want silk all over the place. So I won't have spiders, but I do want to have like silk from larva and the cocoons. I want them to kind of like drop down from the ceiling from high trees and drop like a gas bomb, which I already have like a poison grenade. So I'm gonna use that logic for these guys. I'm gonna retexture a little bit so it matches a little bit more, because the idea is that these are the cocoons of these creatures. So these butterfly come from these ones. It would be so fun if the butterflies like grab you and throw you into the silk, so they are feeding their babies, kind of thing. That would be crazy, but that's just that could be difficult to manage. Let's see what happens. Let me see if I can find the larva. The larva is gonna be a little hard to find because I changed the PCG, and it might be just inside a tree or something. It might got occluded. I think it got hidden by other trees. I love this stuff right here. It does look like one of those plastic restaurant fake plants, but I do want to have this kind of like foliage just going down a lot. I want to get more swamp trees. I actually have one I made for another project. I think I might work on it a little bit more and put it here. Also, inside the same swamp, I kind of want to divide it into biomes, because now I have only one big biome and I want to like make it into smaller biomes. For example, this wet area is gonna be a little different than the higher area, because it makes sense that not everything grows into these watery areas. So kind of like, oh, I love this one. This is so nice. This is one of my favorite creatures. Oof, just can't wait for this to actually like, what's going on? Oh, what the hell is going on with my character? She's like, oh, she's getting damage? From where? Something is attacking me. What? I'm gonna die? Alright. Who is making damage to me? I don't understand. That was a strange bug right there. What the hell was that? No clue. Oh, I got damage from food. This is a survival game. You see, I got water and food. I ran out of water and food, so I starved to death basically. I never played for such a long time. Wow, that's a new achievement right there. I actually never played for so long in the editor. So yeah, this creature is gonna be amazing. I cannot really show it on playtime. Oh yeah, I can. F8, and we can move around. And I want to show you like probably not the best way to show it. but it has like this super cool mouth. Roar. Like some kind of like tortoise, kind of like prehistoric fish mouth. Very, very awesome. Actually, it's rain. Let's just make it foggy for now. Is it snowy? Oops. Kinda cool, but definitely not gonna have snow. I would love to work on a snow level. I think I made mostly. I've done a lot of biomes, but I keep making deserts and swamps. I wanna make. Yeah. Oh my god, I wanna make a snow environment. Fuck. Oh dude, like if I make another planet, it's gonna be snowy. Oh yeah. Sand. What do I want? Foggy. So let's look how this fish looks underneath. Oof, oof, just like this. Damn, that's scary. It's like, what the heck is that? Even lower. Eesh, okay. Alright, if you see that thing, get away. If you see that thing there, and I can't wait to get the water ripples and the water effects and physical materials and the sounds and the music. Oh my god, so much stuff, Jesus. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Damn. I need to sit down and just make a list. That's so nice.
Is this the same deserted planet?
Yes. This is the swamp environment. And now I'm playing with creatures. I have some very cool horses, like sci-fi horses, like I mean alien horses. Ooh, I love like how it makes like an arc, an arch. I mean, let's see if we can find them. Oh, fog really makes the performance drop. Oh, it looks amazing, but we don't really want to add that much fog. Yeah, it's very performance heavy. I think I might not use. Hey Theo, how is it going?
What is the name of the planet?
I don't. It doesn't have a name yet. Actually, that's kind of funny. It doesn't have a name. I'm probably gonna. Actually, I was thinking for the regions of the map, not the planet, but for the regions, different regions of the map. I want to break it in regions and put a name to it. I was thinking of using like some Ukrainian names because they're gonna sound very alien-like to people who don't speak Ukrainian, and even like to anybody, because Because if I use like names, like Ukrainian names, it's just gonna sound very, very strange.
Name it something like a number.
Yeah, that could be cool. The I want to name it maybe like using like Ukrainian generals. There's like some very cool names. There's like Salushny, and there's a bunch of very cool Ukrainian names actually. And I want to write it in English so people can pronounce it in English so it sounds like it's in Ukrainian but it's written in English. Kind of want to make that. I was looking at a YouTube video, and I mean whenever I look whenever I'm looking at YouTube at like you know videos talking about Ukraine and stuff, every once in a while like they mention like this general name or this name of a province or a place in Ukraine. I'm like, damn, that sounds fucking cool. I need to use that name. That will be super super awesome. But yeah, the name of the planet, definitely need to think about it. It does look like a League of Legends map. Oh, it's funny. Eh, let's make it just rainy.
The desert town can be named Platonas.
Platonas. It's funny because platanos means like big, not banana, but like this like very
Getting the writing system into my project will be a hassle.
the writing system. Yeah, platonas. Because plato in Spanish, it's dish, and plátano, it's like a big banana, but not the banana you eat. It's the banana you fry. It's like Latin America kind of fruit. It's a vegetable. Like I don't know what it is, but very like huge bananas that you cannot eat raw. You need to fry them. Bonanza. I didn't know how to say it in English.
It's an ancient European name.
Platonas. But I'm trying to stay away from anything that sounds like close to something in Spanish. That's the problem with knowing like multiple languages. Like things sound alike a lot. Why is it so dusty or foggy? I'm still missing a fog.
And I thought Bonanza was the new Donkey Kong game. Laughing face.
It comes from there. I think it's plantain actually. Let me look it up. Let me just look it up.
So what will be this game's backstory?
Plane tree. this is the one I'm talking about. They're like green, super huge, then they turn yellow, then you cut them up and you fry them, and you get like this thing, which is super, super awesome. And you can make it with honey or brown sugar. This is some very good stuff. Also, like very, very healthy too. These are just normal bananas, but yeah, these are huge. Like a banana is like this, and that's like, and if you eat it raw, like it tastes like terrible. When I was young, I combined it.
I guess the backstory is all about Banana Soda.
No, the backstory is like basically you came here to rescue a scientist who was kidnapped to work on the industrial area. So let's unload this for a second. So you basically came here to rescue a scientist who is working in the, I mean, he was kidnapped to solve some technical issues in the this energy plant. So you came to rescue him, and you left your ship parked, and basically you went out and looked for him, and you couldn't find him, and then you go back to your ship and it's all dismantled. Like,
Yes. He was kidnapped because he kept all bananas for himself.
the
How
name
about the name Nestor exists?
the name Nestor, my brother is named Nestor. It's super funny because Nestor in Spanish is spelled Hector, because H is N and S is C. So it's super fun, like Nestor and Hector. They're kind of like the same name. Yeah, my brother is named Nestor. It's kind of funny. um, so basically your ship gets dismantled, and you need to find for the ship components to get it back functional again. That's typical, the typical sci-fi story. That's what I have for now, but definitely I've been thinking about more stuff. I already started writing some stuff, so I wanted to. Is this dust? Okay, perfect. It's funny because this dust looks like fog from far away. Yeah, just I think I need to delete some stuff. These things, they have some fog, and I don't really want it. Nice. So I think now we got the dust storm. I mean the sandstorm. The dust storm. That's funny. Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy. Yesterday I went too late to bed. I stayed up like helping a friend. I was showing him how to use Substance Painter, and we stayed up for like until 2 a.m. or something. A little bit too much, so I need to go to bed soon. But yeah, we're gonna have different creatures, and I wanna have this Pokédex where you can like collect information from the creatures. Oh, oops, I forgot that. Ouch. These were not loaded. I keep forgetting this. Oh my god. Your data layers, you need to activate them. If not, you won't see them in playtime. So yeah, basically you came to this planet and you wanted to save this scientist who was kidnapped, and he was basically these killer robots made him work against his will on this energy facility, and um, you go and look for this scientist and you couldn't find him, so you go back to your ship and you realize that it's dismantled, and these creatures took like three very important components. So you need to look for these three components, and then you realize that like the story, like you need to find who took them, where they are, and then actually you get to this market, to the desert town, and there's this market, and you find this guy who tells you like, I saw one of these guys selling one of those components, so you probably need to go there and look for it. And then you find a one piece component, and that leads you to the other one. I don't want to really make it that linear. I kind of want to make it so you can find these three components in whatever order. And yeah, and then you basically get your ship together and you are able to move to another planet. That's the thing, but I how do you say it?
Does the scientist have a name?
No, not yet. So I do wanna make it like so. That's kind of funny. So I do want to make it like that you can, so you can make a lot of things here. I don't want to make it that easy to get like the ship components. And also yeah, I want to make it so, you know, so there's a lot of things to do in this island. I mean this island, this planet. But if everything goes well and I like, you know, I make something functional and like enjoyable and stuff, that's how the story progresses to the next planet. It's like, oh, you got your ship.
Sir, please make some tutorials on Unreal Engine landscape material.
No, dude, I don't make tutorials. Not on demand. You can Google it and you will find a lot of great information. Making tutorials is too much work, and I want to use my time to develop my project, not to make tutorials. If you
Set camera. The giant turtle.
camera, nice. If you want to use this landscape material I'm using, it's called Sci-Fi Jungle, and it was given for free. It's an asset pack that Unreal Engine gave for free a couple of weeks ago. So I recommend you to go and download the asset and study how the landscape is set up. It's from KK Design on the Fab Store. So if you are downloading these free assets, you should have it on your library. Yeah, this is a super awesome. I'm getting this fog that I don't really want. That's kind of strange. Let's activate this post process. Yeah, let's make it yellowish. Nice. And also what happened here? Yeah. Now it feels like desert. Yay. Yeah, I really like these characters. And then we have this other one. I totally forgot about this other one here.
Preparing shaders again. Thank you. I will study it.
Yeah, the Sci-Fi Jungle pack, it's amazing. It comes with a super awesome landscape material, and it comes with a super awesome PCG graph. Like, super awesome stuff. You can change the materials, you can change the static meshes you are spawning on your PCG graph, and you can create your own biomes. Like, if I ever create another planet, I'm gonna use the same graph that I have here. Look at this creature, oh my god. The roughness, I need to adjust a little bit the roughness. So it feels more like leather. I mean, like rhino skin. I see the horns being a little bit more shiny, which is nice, but definitely need to adjust the values. Yeah, this creature is super awesome. But yeah, that's the thing. The idea is that I mean, I want to make it so you can play with other two characters. Yeah. It's gonna charge and like run after you. That's very awesome. The pancake rocks. We gonna work on this. And this is the other one. This is some very scary character right here. Super scary character. And also the KK Design has a Discord, so if you have any doubts and stuff like that, you can ask the developer of the asset pack, and he usually is very helpful, and there's a lot of other people that will also help you out. So definitely an amazing asset pack to download and break apart and really see how it's made. Is it me, or is there's it's like a weird strange height fog somewhere? I think it comes from the sci-fi buildings. Yeah, I probably dragged that over. But yeah, this creature is super scary. And I also I mean, I think I said that a couple minutes ago, but it will be super awesome to have like two dungeons, like a desert cave and a swamp cave. So they can get procedurally made, and every time you enter it's gonna be different. But
He's not himself when he's hungry.
yeah, the animations that this creature comes with, oh my god, it's so nice. it's kind of funny because it does look like a shark. It has gills and stuff, but it lives in the desert. What the hell? But yeah, yeah, we got some progress today. I placed some of the creatures. I'm super happy because I know I'm gonna retexture this because I don't really want it to have moss. I want this to be dust sandy, so I'm gonna retexture a little bit that thing. And this guy gave, like, these asset packs came with the ZBrush files and the Substance Painter files. So me as a 3D artist,
It's a sad shark.
yeah, I will be able to modify these characters to my liking and just really create variations and just make it super awesome. Super awesome. Oh my god, yeah, super excited. So yeah, let me unload everything because I don't want to load this when I open up the project again. For good practice, you should not load the main level. You should always load an empty level first. In case your level has too much stuff and it's crashing your engine when you open it, one solution is to close your viewport so it does not crash your engine. It's kind of funny. I had that today. Yeah, this jungle is very heavy. Yeah, I need to figure out how to deal with it in a better way. Yeah, this sci-fi jungle stuff, it's probably one of my favorite assets. Oh, this looks super cool. Yeah. And this is just roughly placed. Like, I can't wait to make the blending and the details and the lighting at night and stuff. Oh, and make the doors actually open and go inside and have little props and set dressing and NPCs and sounds and music. Wow, this is gonna be super immersive. I really like this. Very excited. But yeah, I think I'm going to go to bed because it's getting late. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Good night.